Disclaimer: this is a silly little conspiracy and should not be taken as fact. This is for entertainment purposes only. So yeah, please don't ban me.
Slime Cat.
Slime Cat is a YouTube channel with close to 10 million subscribers. Their content is directed at kids, although never explicitly stated. They've got absolutely nothing in their channel description, no words explaining what their channel is or what they seek to achieve, just completely empty. And that's almost 2 billion total views on their channel. That's actually insane. But anyway, why would they ever consider stating that their content is aimed at kids when they've got thumbnails such as this? Yeah, so expect Henry, the car sales agent, coming home from a hard day's work to watch this.
Now this is peak content.
Per YouTube's guidelines, this channel should simply not exist. Although this isn't particularly strange, there are several channels that shouldn't exist if we strictly go by YouTube's policies. However, some of these channels tend to have a limited shelf life before they get terminated. For instance, Cute Cat AI has now been taken down. And of course, let's not forget the body paint art trend that plagued the platform at one point. Some channels do get axed in due time, while others seem to be treated differently. In this video, I'm going to elaborately show you why I at least believe there's a tiny speck of a chance that Slime Cat falls under the category of these specially treated channels. The channels that play under a different set of rules than the rest of us.
Gummy Dora.
Gummy Dora seems to be an affiliate of Slime Cat. They've got close to 6 million subscribers and the two channels look almost identical. They upload similar stuff with similar thumbnails. They are practically one channel. Gummy Dora joined YouTube in May 2021, while Slime Cat joined a month earlier. They are the same people. They are under the same parent company, sharing about 15 million subscribers combined with 4 billion views in total between the two channels. Gummy Dora plays a far bigger role in this story than you might think. In fact, they consistently pull in even more views than Slime Cat. But forget about the numbers for a bit. Let me tell you about my own experience with Gummy Dora, an experience that made me begin questioning the kind of power the parent company behind these channels holds. Power that is either unchecked or endorsed by YouTube itself. 4 months ago, I made a video on Gummy Dora. That was really early on. At the time, I wasn't even monetized, so I made some mistakes that I wouldn't make now. But anyway, yeah, I worked on this video about Gummy Dora, talked about how strange it is and how oddly suggestive it is for a kid's channel, uploaded it, and it did well at the time. But nothing crazy, like 3,000 views in the first week or so. All was dandy until I got a Content ID claim on a portion of my video.
A Content ID claim is YouTube's automated copyright enforcement system that scans videos for matches against a database of registered content, music, movies, TV shows, etc. If the system detects a match, it allows the copyright owner to take action.
A Content ID claim takes one of two forms. It can either be a manual claim or an automated claim. With a manual claim, a human, not a bot, at the company reviews your video and personally files a copyright claim. With automated claims, however, it's a different story. Unlike manual claims, where an actual person makes the decision, Content ID bots scan every upload in real time, matching against a pre-approved database of copyrighted material. The moment they detect a match, they immediately place a claim. Even a few seconds of a song, background noise, or a visual clip can trigger a claim, instantly stripping monetization or even blocking your video worldwide. What I got was a delayed automated claim. Regardless of what type of claim a creator gets, it's always a frustrating, nerve-wracking experience, especially when it's from a big company. These companies have teams of lawyers practically begging for you to dispute their claim because, at the end of the day, they don't even need to be right. The lawyers get paid anyway. But the implications of an automated claim make this situation so much more bizarre. You see, The 15-second clip I used with commentary over it was being automatically claimed as if it were a song.
Majority of you watching are not creators, but I'm sure you're aware of how easy it is to get copyright claimed when you use an unlicensed song in whatever you make. I used about 10 seconds of Prince of Egypt in my hour-length video, and so all ad revenue from it was now going to be given to Mofe's record label. Hope I pronounced that name right. It was automated, meaning Mofe had no hand in that, and neither did his label directly, at least. The reason why songs are so aggressively claimed on YouTube is because major labels such as UMG, Sony, Warner, etc. have direct deals with YouTube, allowing them to upload their entire music catalogs into Content ID, auto-claim any video using even a fraction of their songs, and finally take 100% of ad revenue without needing proof of ownership. The reason why YouTube allows it is because labels threatened to sue YouTube in the early 2010s over piracy. Hence, the compromise was the birth of Content ID, a system that prioritizes copyright holders over creators.
No matter how much I shortened the highlighted segment of my video, the claim remained. I kept reducing the clip size until what was left didn't even make sense anymore. Still claimed, by the way. So the only option left was to remove that entire segment. Now, I have no idea why that particular video from them was so important. I was literally looking at this stupid video with a thumbnail of a flower up some guy's ass. Why is that Gummy Dora's pride and joy? But push all that aside, I actually took a screenshot of the claim screen on my original video. It even had the name of the company behind the claim. And you know where I put this crucial screenshot? Fuck knows where, because my PC is a paid actor. But whatever. It probably doesn't matter. The company name was most likely a front that leads absolutely nowhere. I believe the real force behind Gummy Dora is a small, unnamed animation studio, possibly Eastern European or Indian, judging by the voice acting and the janky animation style. They're pumping out low-cost, high-view content purely for YouTube ads. They're a ghost network, a deliberately faceless entity that avoids branding to dodge scrutiny, just like Elsagate channels did. I mean, think about it. Slime Cat has 7 million subscribers, yet they have nothing on their About page. Not a single word. That's not some oversight. That's a defense mechanism. These blokes, they don't want to be known. They don't want to be found. Of course, they want to avoid backlash for content farming and ad revenue exploitation. That's the whole point. They're deliberately distancing themselves from any controversy, keeping their hands clean while raking in billions of views. It would be cool as hell if someone actually dug deeper into this, some CoffeeZilla-type YouTuber exposing the goons in the shadows behind these channels. I'm really curious to see where this all leads. What more don't we know of?
Not just anyone can auto-claim content on YouTube, especially not some random kids channel. This implies that Gummy Dora has been given YouTube's VIP treatment, meaning, just like
record labels,
they've likely registered their content in YouTube's private Content ID database and gained the power to auto-flag re-uploads, critiques, or even clips used under fair use.
Therefore, YouTube is actively protecting them. The fact that no human checks these claims means YouTube trusts them blindly, just like music labels. This creates a censorship loophole, allowing companies to silence critics by abusing automated claims.
The implications are absolutely terrifying. Even if you're exposing wrongdoing, your video can be instantly demonetized or blocked, and unlike manual claims, you can't argue with a bot.
With all the channels I've covered since starting mine, not one besides Gummy Dora has ever hit me with an automated claim. Not one, I tell you. Now, don't confuse this with the whole GM Craft Erd cartoon situation. That was manual. Those goobers actually went through the painstaking process of submitting a takedown request to YouTube and still failed in the long run. But this was automated, meaning no one at Gummy Dora even knows I exist, yet somehow they still want to pocket the money I should be making. Bloody diabolical, mate.
Now, why would a channel like Gummy Dora, a channel that follows no guidelines and completely disregards YouTube's policies, be given special VIP treatment by YouTube itself? That's a question you'll have answered by the end of this video.
I stated earlier that when I first made my video on Gummy Dora, I wasn't fully aware of what can and can't get monetized on YouTube. After I got monetized, I swiftly found out. Wasn't too mad about getting demonetized because, let's be real, I was dissecting some pretty strange content. So I took the L, no biggie, it's fine. It's fine until you find out the original content I criticized is still fucking monetized.
Oh, what's this? Do I hear the terms of service being broken? Based on our research using ytlarge.com, Slimecat and Gummy Dora are fully monetized by YouTube and are doing quite well for themselves. Apparently, at least according to YouTube, the content is not directed towards children.
Using Social Blade, a website that has critically damaged my self-esteem, we can see some stats on the channels. Slimecat is getting an average of 4 million views and 10,000 subscribers a day, and getting paid up to $6 million a year. And Gummy Dora, despite being a smaller channel, is doing even better.
What does this even mean? How's a channel like Gummy Dora fully monetized? How? How's that even possible? It used to be way easier to check the monetization status of someone else's video, but I'm guessing YouTube changed that just to cover up shit like this.
Not based on any evidence, just a misguided statement.
When you upload a video to YouTube, it goes through an ad suitability review to determine if it's eligible for monetization. I know for a fact that every single Gummy Dora upload gets flagged as not suitable for all advertisers by YouTube's AI, because that damn thing flags everything. But here's the kicker. You can actually request a review if you think the decision is wrong. And when you do that, a human steps in, looks at the video, considers the context, and does all the critical thinking the AI can't do before making a final call. So this isn't an accident. Gummy Dora's videos staying monetized isn't just some fluke or oversight. A human reviewer has actively approved every single one of their uploads, giving them the green light for full monetization.
Not based on any evidence, just a misguided statement.
How do you demonetize my video commenting on another video that's still monetized to this day? Huh? So you lot are inadvertently demonetizing my words? Because that's literally my only addition to the original piece. You're demonetizing what I have to say about the strange content you allow on your platform.
Okay.
Anyway, if you're still not convinced that Gummy Dora and Slimecat are operating on a different tier within the YouTube partnership program, then the next part of this video should be conclusive. Let's talk about BaniRolls. BaniRolls is a fellow small YouTuber with under 5k subscribers. Why is she relevant? I know it sounds like I'm about to roast the living hell out of her channel, but nah, she's not a content farmer, she's on our side. See, BaniRolls makes videos about strange people and weird content on the internet. She's been steadily grinding, building up her fan base, just doing her thing, until one day she made a grave mistake. Want to know what this horrible, channel-threatening mistake was? She made a video about Slimecat. Yeah, imagine that.
The Slimecat video was about to hit 9,000 views at the time of recording this script before it got taken down. Think about how I felt on March 16th when I got home from church and created with this little stinker of a message in my email and on the YouTube homepage. Hi, Haruka Yoshiro Shineshevich. BaniRolls. It looks like your Slimecat is slimy and I hate him. Rant. Didn't follow our community guidelines. To help keep our community safe, we removed it from YouTube. What we found. We think your content didn't follow our sex and nudity policy. This is bullshit. They flagged this from the video that, I can't show for obvious reasons, but...
Yeah, so BaniRolls showed for literally a second or two a thumbnail from Slimecat. This is that thumbnail, by the way. I just took the screenshot. Just now. Yes, it's still up right now. Pretty sure even you can go find it up there right now. This thumbnail, this exact one, is what BaniRolls included in her video. And YouTube took so much offense to that, they struck her video down entirely. I told you the original is still up, right? If you can't really get what you're looking at, how about we hear it from BaniRolls herself?
It's basically Oren from Sprunky with two massive ass cheeks with Pinky trying to carve a heart into his left ass cheek and a bunch of other Sprunkies trying to rip it open because there's apparently treasure up his ass.
To help keep our community safe, we removed it from YouTube, they state. Oh, so now you want to protect the 8,000 people who clicked on a video criticizing deplorable content on your platform? People who clicked on a video, glad that someone is speaking up against god-awful content they may have had the displeasure of seeing firsthand. This 8,000 people is what you so desperately wish you could have protected, but are ever ready to prevent the number from increasing. To hell with the 700,000 toddlers who watched the original, I suppose. A human reviewer scoured through Bani's entire video to handpick that single frame. Took time to consider the context of that thumbnail in her video, and then went on to issue a strike, while another reviewer was blind at the doorstep.
No aggression towards YouTube and their employees is condoned or encouraged. Only here to give constructive criticism regarding the review process on YouTube.
Nah, I want all the smoke, because are you freaking kidding me? How the hell is that fair? How very effective you all are, coming in clutch with that save, removing a video that features for 1 second an inappropriate image, while somehow never noticing it's on someone else's thumbnail. Bravo, YouTube. You're like a superhero who saves an injured bird falling from the sky, only to go and crash into the bloody Twin Towers.
No smoke with YouTube is necessary or warranted.
Give it to me. Hand
We're
me that
simply
smoke.
looking to have an
All that
honest
smoke
civil
I request. I
discussion
desire
about
the
some
fumes.
problems with the
Give
platform.
me.
I'm scared.
You know, I did a video on Slime Cat myself, like way after the one I did on Gummy Dora. And in that video, I put a thumbnail up on screen, just like the one BaniRolls used. It was a thumbnail of 3 sprunkies with comically enlarged buttocks and a handprint engraved into Oren's left ass cheek. To think the duplicated images of Kevin Hart's visage I slapped into that same video actually saved me from receiving a strike on my channel is bone-chilling. It's eye-watering. Like, Kevin Hart's face didn't just save me from demonetization. That's a whole different issue. It saved me from a goddamn strike. And just so we're clear, I get 3 of those and villainy does not exist anymore. Will not exist anymore. As far as YouTube's concerned, I'm done. Meanwhile, Slime Cat.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man.
I've been given strikes in the past for stuff that literally existed on YouTube, and still does. But let's zero in on the ones where I got hit for content that is still up on the platform right now. I got a warning strike for violating their animal safety policy. You know that meme where the pufferfish chews on a carrot? Yeah, that. And then there's the sex and nudity policy strike because I included clips from a Benji X Scarlet animated music video in my commentary. That's 2 strikes. Over content YouTube actively hosts, I've now come to the realization that luck does play a role in these instances. The human reviewer who approved the original pufferfish video thought it was fine. The one who reviewed mine thought, oh good heavens, what are they doing to that poor thing? And then issued a strike on my channel. It's luck. Benji X Scarlet's video on sprunky cheeks was untouched until recently. A human reviewer may have come across it and thought, this video is quite silly. I believe you should be signed into view, and then went on to age restrict it. The reviewer who looked at my video on it thought, get this guy back! It's simply luck. However, when we go back to Slime Cat's channel, a channel that has multiple instances of strike-worthy material that is somehow still fully monetized, I believe it stops being luck. Now it's power. And I hope you all can get where I'm coming from with this rationale. This video has been hell to edit, and I despise making long videos, but I need you all to get why I'm leading into this next part. Fully understand everything I've stated, all the facts I've presented, and come to your own conclusion. YouTube is a profit-driven empire, and its lifeblood is advertising revenue. Every algorithm tweak, content policy, and enforcement action is ultimately designed to maximize ad dollars, which means keeping advertisers happy. Advertisers aren't just paying for views, they're paying for association. The reason why, let's say, a herbal toothpaste brand won't run ads on a porn site isn't because they doubt its viewers brush their teeth, but because brand safety matters. Companies, especially those targeting mainstream audiences, avoid controversial or risky platforms to protect their image. YouTube knows this. That's why it obsessively curates a clean facade, making sure the platform looks family-friendly, non-controversial, and brand safe. The platform is unfathomably large, and for the most part, it seems safe. On the surface, it's clean. But dig deeper and the subscribers know what's up. YouTube doesn't truly clean up the platform unless forced to, because proactive moderation is expensive and advertisers don't care about what they don't see. As long as the general sentiment stays positive, advertisers stick around. But when scandals erupt, Elsagate, softcore fetish content slipping into YouTube Kids, Logan Paul's Suicide Forest, PewDiePie's bridge incident, public outcry follows. News outlets pick it up, brands panic and pull ads. That's when YouTube acts.
What a f***ing
Alright, so let's say you're YouTube, the head or something. You've got 80% of the platform you must keep clean, and then another 20% that's negligible. That 20% of YouTube you're allowed to save costs on moderating and still make money off weird borderline content. Are you going to allocate that 20% to a small commentary channel pulling in 8,000 views on a great day, trying to spread awareness about the gross shit on your platform? Or are you going to protect the channel with close to 2 billion total views, the one you're raking in $4 million a year in ad revenue from? Exactly.